So only one person came up on the break. I'm sure that you have beliefs that you want to change. No? I need an example because we had difficulty finding one that seemed like would be appropriate. And I want to make sure that the demo is clean and clear and easy to follow. So I need a few more examples of ones that we might change.
I've got a belief that it keeps running at the identity level of I'm stupid.
Okay.
I've got a string of counter experiences and qualifications and a whole lot of stuff. It runs like that. It also runs in another form, which is part of that. That's like the old, yeah. And then there's another part of it which is, or another form of it which goes like, I guess it's like I'm not good enough.
Okay. So that's a similar experience. I'm stupid and I'm not good enough. They're similar in some way.
And I can immediately go into one of the reasons why that happens is we were doing some timeline work the other day. I've got a past timeline over there, so I don't notice all those experiences and examples and convinces
that prove otherwise.
So I shifted it over here, but I haven't got used to having it over here yet. Need to model more of that. Keep putting it there and try to be convinced that it's there.
Yeah. Well, in the situation we worked with the email thing is with the I'm stupid. There's a real specific context for that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's
So,
right, yeah.
so yours may come from a specific time in the past.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I was thinking it would be good for re-imprinting.
Re-imprinting, probably, most likely. That fits the format of that a little better.
Although the context of the email, is it connected to that too? To the re-imprinting?
Let's hold on this right now.
Okay.
All right, you can talk to her
That's an
about that
application.
later. What else? Come on.
What about,
Here we go.
I have this belief that I need somebody else to do it, and it's being like administrative work, marketing work.
I need someone else to do it
Yeah,
because,
because I'm not good at it.
okay.
It's not something I'm good at. And yeah, I'd rather just do my work, my creative work, and this other stuff I'm
Okay.
skilled at it.
So I'm going to repeat some of what you just said for everyone. So I need somebody else to do my administrative work, right? Because I'm not good at it. And I'd rather do all the other things, all the creative parts of the business. So the question to me right off is there a belief there to change? Or is this just about preferences?
Other preferences that I do,
Does the belief limit you in some way?
yeah.
How?
It limits me that things don't get out on time.
Okay, things don't get out on time.
Things don't get out on time. Or if they get out, it's very last minute because, again, I feel I'm incompetent, not skilled in this area.
Okay. So does the belief provide any motivation to get skilled?
Yeah,
Yeah.
as far as, it does motivate me.
Or to hire somebody?
Yeah, I'd love to hire somebody. In fact, I have down here, I need somebody else to do it, and in parentheses, I have manager
Okay.
there.
Okay.
So,
So again, we're kind of dealing with motivation here, and I'm not sure that we've yet found a belief that you want to change.
because I used to have a manager at one time. Wonderful.
So, okay. All right. So you've got past experience that says that this is the way to go, right? You don't really want to do it yourself.
Part of it I do. I mean, I'm going, okay, I'm taking some classes, learning more about, okay, what do I need to learn? What do I need to do to be more confident in this area of my business and of my life?
Okay. So what do I need to do? Okay. So you're looking at behavioral change, learning,
Yeah.
developing new capabilities. Okay. Okay. So again, how does the belief limit you?
I feel like the belief limits me in that, I procrastinate often, get things out late.
Is that because you don't know how to do it, or
Part of it
because,
is like I don't know how to do it too.
or you believe that you can't?
Right now, I believe I can't because I don't know the steps and the abilities to really take care of that work.
Okay. So again, this is, do we want to change the belief to something else? I mean, what might be the belief to change it to? That you can?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, sometimes there's a question here, like,
I see.
do we want a pilot to believe that he can fly a plane if he can't? We want to change that belief. I just don't believe strongly enough that I can fly this plane. If I believed it, then I could do it. Ecology there, not wise.
Yeah.
So do we want to just change your belief that you can do something that you have so far been unable to do? Or do we want you to develop the capability to do it? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
So sometimes that belief may be in service of saying, I can't do something, and I can't. It's accurate. I don't have the capabilities. I don't have the skills. And the belief can then say, I need to get them. That's what I want. So that's why I was digging a little bit, to try and see if we could find a way that it was limiting you from accessing the resources to get the skills. And not sure that it is.
Gene, do you believe you can learn how to do that?
I believe I can.
Okay.
Question, to me, what comes to mind are the benefits and consequences of making that change, because I've been there. I've been where you are. And I've ended up trying to become very multi-skilled and overwhelmed. And so I've now made a choice that I will delegate or find a way of giving things, saying, no, I can't do these things, or I can learn it.
I can do it, but I choose not to.
Choose not to.
Yeah.
Find it
So
out.
that's what I was trying to find, is if there's a belief that's limiting all this process. And it sounds like you can hire somebody. It sounds like you feel like you can learn it if you go and do it. So it sounds more like a strategy level piece of work than, like going and creating a strategy where you develop the skills.
I
And
don't necessarily, it may not be a core belief, but like what you said, that learn a new capability that can change.
Mhm.
I see that once I learn this capability and step into that can change it.
Exactly. The belief of I can't is accurate in the sense that you demonstrate that you are not capable of doing these things. You're going to develop the skills, which then will disprove the belief, the old belief, because you've got the skills. So now you go, I have the skills to do this. So there might be something underlying there like, I'm a procrastinator. Something like that. Or I'm a perfectionist, and I won't do it unless it's
Well, that's part of it
perfect.
too.
I won't do it unless that.
Being an artist, and kind of like, just see it as perfection.
So these are the kinds of beliefs that can prevent you from getting something done, is if you think that it has to be perfect before you do it, for example. So that might be the kind of belief to explore. Is there something in there like that?
Yeah, oftentimes, yeah, because I'm not capable of doing this, or I tell myself that it's not done in the right way. My perception and sense of perfection, as opposed comparing it to like when I perform my art or put together a workshop itself. Like, to me, that's simple. I just put it together and just go, okay, this is great. And then tweak it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I compare that to my skills over here, just go, okay, this does not match this.
Yeah. So again, it's that you're talking about skills again,
Yeah.
right? Not necessarily about a belief, but you go, these skills make this easy, these skills that I don't have make this more difficult.
Dude, I'm another thing too. I mean, I see myself not as a very good businessman, and I never got that piece of paper that says I am. I'm still learning. So I mean, it could be entry-level skills also.
Mhm.
So I mean, I could explore that.
Sounds like a lot of
I'm just
skill-based stuff.
Throwing this stuff out there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and
to,
it's.
to explore something. I mean, I would like to know about this stuff too.
I think it's useful for everyone to hear this kind of thing,
Right.
to really make distinctions between the beliefs that you want to change that are much more impactful. And so that's why you have to be extra careful around what beliefs you change. Because some beliefs are operating and they're actually being effective. And they're actually demonstrating something that's the truth, you know. If I don't have a capability, I don't have it. So I believe I don't have it. Well, it's an accurate belief. You know, I don't want to just change the belief, right?
Well, what about this, as far as, unless somebody else has something else to offer up, but, what about this?
Persistence.
Life is an exploration. I was actually talking to Charles about this.
Life is an exploration.
So we kind of like ran out of time. Life is an exploration. I've been married a couple years now, and before I was married, that metaphor for me worked great.
Okay. So the metaphor of life as an exploration really worked before you were married.
Yeah, I mean, I was going out and just, I'd see something I wanted to do, I'd go out and do it, and, I really didn't have anyone else to think about
Yeah.
other than myself, and as far as buying a house and this and that, it just wasn't important to me.
Okay.
Because of, it hold me back.
Yeah.
And now that I'm married, life is an exploration. I'm still just riveted to read these things. However, I'm like going, my wife is going now, what about me?
Okay. So life as an exploration is now causing a conflict.
Yeah, I feel it is. I mean, there's these, I'm still got this urge to just do this and learn this and go here and meet these people, this and this and this.
Yeah.
And then,
Do you want to change that?
I want to change it to something that works. That will work. I mean, Charles said, he kind of suggested life is an exploration. Marriage is an exploration. And to look into that, I mean, here's just like suggestions and things in there for me to take a look at.
So have you found one that sounds more attractive?
As far as like working into it, we're exploring together instead of just me traveling around on my own. As far as like, okay, we're exploring life is an exploration, or like together instead of just singular, myself, me. It's like now.
Okay, so he's got a complex equivalence going on. Life is an exploration means traveling and doing all these things that do not include your wife, right?
Yeah, well, and I'm working through it.
And so then there's a conflict being created because she's not happy about that.
And I'm not exactly happy about it.
And you're not happy about it either because you are doing these things and it's not making her happy, or you are holding yourself back from doing
Part
them
of it,
because...
I do these things, and some of it I do, and then some of the things I see I want to do, and I'm not doing it. And working it so, okay, that's, like, I want to do this with you, and explore all these things. Even the things that I do, I still would like to explore
Okay.
these things with you.
Okay. So you have an idea how you want that new belief to be changed to. Is it just redefining life as an exploration?
It could be
Giving
just
it a new
defining
meaning?
that, yeah. Yeah, I've been
Great.
working on the words.
Let's play with this one.
How do we do that?
Come on up, Gene.
He really earned it.
I need
If nobody else is throwing anything up there, I'll like, take the time, I'll take that opportunity.
I need one of the coaches to scribe for me. I'm going to do the submodality belief change, so we're going to elicit the submodalities of belief and so on. If you could pull that out a little bit so I can see it. That's great. Okay. So how we begin with this, and you can follow along in your notes if you like, submodality belief change. So the first thing we do is think of a belief that's valuable to you and is a resource to you. Any belief that you have that really works for you.
Okay. I'm a child of God.
I'm a child of God.
Yes.
Okay. So as you think about that in your experience, we're going to begin to access and elicit the submodalities of how you hold that belief.
Okay.
So what are you aware of first?
I'm aware of this beautiful, huge, big picture that I just see myself standing there, I can in and out of it. Big picture, very bright, and it's just surrounded.
So we have a big, bright picture that surrounds you. And you said that you both associate into it and you can see yourself in it?
I can see myself into it, and then oftentimes when I really need it as a strong resource, I can step into it. And
Great. So when it's the strongest resource, it's associated.
yeah.
Okay. And I'm not sure, what does the dissociated part do for you? When you see yourself there,
when
what's
I
that
see
do?
myself there, it like sets up the whole scene. Like I said, it just.
Oh, okay.
It
So that
kinda
enables you
gives-
to begin to see everything that's
Yeah.
going on. Okay.
Yeah, it like sets up the whole scene, and then when I need the resources, I can just, like for instance, when I'm going into a situation, I'm going on stage, or I'm going to teach something, or a situation which may be very intense, or so, I set up the whole scene, and then before I go in there, the scene's set, and I can step into it.
Okay. So when you step into this big, bright picture, what lets you know that you believe something? How do you know that you believe that you're a child of God when you're in that scene?
I believe I'm a child of God when I step into it, and I'm just, again, this is not only this big picture, colors, sun coming up and all that as far, but there's this very strong feeling right in here of just being centered and connected.
Okay, so it creates a feeling inside of you, a feeling centered and connected.
And just even in the sounds, more sounds of just if I'm next to the ocean, sounds of the ocean, or the wind, the air, and
So there's certain kinds of sounds that help to lock that belief in.
yeah,
Sounds of the ocean, sounds of the wind.
the nature around.
What are the qualities of those sounds?
When you say qualities, it's
Is it rhythmic? Is it loud? Is it soft?
it's kind of rhythmic. It'd be kind of rhythmic,
Mm-hmm.
in and out, and also
Rhythmic in and out?
rhythmic. Yeah, it's almost like just like the breath,
Like the breath.
like the breath.
In and out experience.
And it also, amongst my resources there too, there are certain individuals or beings that are there too, that assist me. And I see this in the center of it too, this sense of sacredness.
And how do you get that?
I see, again, these individuals that are around, understand just the picture that I see.
What's a sense of sacredness mean?
Sense of sacredness is a sense of, again, that connection. That connection. And,
Do you feel some connection?
Absolutely.
And how do you represent that connection?
I would represent that connection.
Yeah, do you feel something or?
For instance, even outside of that picture, when I go out, and when I go out like this weekend, I was on top of the mountain, and just, this feeling of just, this, how do you explain this? Um, it's connection, where I just have to just stop and just take in everything around me.
Okay. So it feels like everything's sort of coming into you,
Just taking it in, yeah.
and that you're taking it in.
I'm taking it in, and it's just like this flow, this movement, this reciprocal movement of energy that's just coming in and just moving.
Okay. So you're aware of a big, bright picture, and you said the sun, and there's images of other people that are resources to you,
Images of other people who are standing around this fire.
standing around this fire. Are they specific people, or?
It can be specific people from my ancestors, elders, animals, around beings, and we're all, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that one. Now we're going to switch gears a little bit,
Okay.
and we're going to explore what the submodalities of something that you doubt, something that you're unsure about, something that you're not sure is true. You have a question. Sometimes it helps to kind of do this with your body.
Something I'm not sure about.
Yeah, kind of feel that and go, what's it like not to be sure about something? You know, like a lot of people have beliefs like, can humanity change? Can we become more loving with each other? Something as big as that. Or it could be something much smaller like, can I learn something? Or I'm not sure if I can learn that or not. Or something about the world that I'm not sure is true. We don't spend a lot of time hanging out in doubt. Most people try and find an answer usually when they're in that experience of doubt.
Yeah.
Have you ever read anything that you're not sure? Like scientists have found that blah, 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 blah. You go, not sure about that. Men on the Moon one's popular.
Yeah.
Not sure that we really went there. They say we did.
Let's see, okay, I'm not really sure if, now that, I mean, I have questions. Is that the same as a doubt?
Try it. Let's hear one.
That, well, okay, a doubt is, I question, I have doubts about evolution. Man was created from, this single cell organism that just all of a sudden came out of the ocean and evolved to dinosaurs and such.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're not sure whether that's really true or not.
yeah,
Okay. Could be,
it could be,
but
I mean,
maybe not.
yeah.
Hasn't been enough evidence for you to say that it's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So go inside and experience what that's like to be unsure about that. It could be true, but maybe it's not.
Okay.
And so what are your submodalities like of doubt,
Um,
being unsure?
I'm just kind of laughing as opposed to my other one compared to this one. One of my submodalities with this one, it's not as, the details, it's not vivid, as vivid, the colors aren't as vivid. It's,
What are they like? Are they
it's just
more muted or?
It's definitely more muted down, the colors.
So the
It's not
colors are
exactly-
muted?
It's not exactly black and white.
Right.
But it's just, they're just muted down.
Okay.
And,
So the colors are more faded, sort of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Faded. And it's not really, it's just a picture, and it's not really, they're not really, it's no energy, it's not really moving.
Okay. So it's sort of more still?
More still, just, yeah. More
Your
still.
gestures sort of indicate to me that it's smaller. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's smaller.
It's
On the
smaller.
floor, it's like this,
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely smaller.
It's definitely smaller.
Out here in front.
It's out here in front.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's definitely smaller, and as far as, there's no, I don't associate any sounds with it, and,
Really? It's quiet?
yeah, it's just more
Silent?
like a picture, that just, it's pictures that are just kind of there, yeah. And-
There's not even any internal dialogue? You don't say anything to yourself when looking at it? I mean, it could be quiet.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
You just kind of look at it?
Just kind of looking at it, and,
Is it, what kind of looking at it is it? Do you
Yeah,
feel
it's just-
something in your body, like,
just, looking at it like,
like, hmm,
Just like,
like, hmm?
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Just like a
Like a wonderment,
yeah,
sort of?
wonderment, like, it's not really, I don't really generate any feeling, doesn't really create any feeling. It's like, well, maybe.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right. Now we'll pause from that one. And we'll kind of explore the differences now. I think the differences are fairly obvious. Yeah? So I can say, the imagery is very different, right? One was like this and one was more like this. The colors were very bright and more crisp. I don't know if crisp is it's my word, not your word, but in the first one they're more vibrant and vibrant, clear.
Crisp, we use is a good word. for
Okay.
it, and just,
And then the second one they're more muted, faded, right?
Yeah,
They're not as clear as to what they are.
yeah,
There's not as much energy, you said. It's not moving.
not moving, yeah.
Whereas the other one was more moving, or?
Oh, this is just more, there's definitely was energy there.
Okay, there's energy and
Just coming in.
some reciprocal thing, as you said. Okay, and the other one's just sort of separate
Yeah.
from you, as not as connected to it,
Not
or?
as connected to it.
Okay.
Even though looking at it through my own eyes, it's just don't feel this connection there.
Great. Okay, step 4, the unwanted belief. What is the belief that you want to change? The one that you wish you didn't have, that limits you in some way.
That limits me in some way is that this belief that life is exploration. And how it limits me is now that I'm in a relationship long term, that really takes me away. I'd like it to include my wife.
Okay, so that belief has not included your wife.
No,
Life is an exploration.
it's I'm still working. I've still got this belief on this like soon, and yeah.
Okay. So we want to change that belief, and I'm kind of hearing that there are parts of it that are valuable.
The learning part of it.
So we want to retain the parts of the belief that serve you. Life is an exploration. And make sure that that's included in the new belief.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's parts of it that are limiting to you. And so let's explore a little bit about what's the limiting part of the belief.
The limited part of the belief, it limits me from, again, it's just, I also, there's times where I wanna go do something, and I know I don't do it because I value my wife and our time together, and her feelings and respect for her.
Okay.
And there's also times where I shoot off, there's something I'll go do, and it leaves her in, not a good place. I just don't feel good about it.
Okay. So Gene, as you begin to experience the unwanted part of the belief, I want you to go inside and explore the submodalities. What happens for you when you feel limited by that belief? When life is an exploration, is limiting to you? How do you represent that limitation? That belief as it's limiting to you?
No, that's interesting. So, there's the exploration part. It's up here, it's kind of wide, it's almost like this mushroom shape. It comes down, and then there's, again, this picture of my, when it comes to this metaphor, this part of this belief, that my wife is more at this stem of this, like this, almost like the shape of a mushroom. Exploration comes down, there's my wife. And so it's, yeah, that's interesting.
So tell me a little bit about that.
So it just comes out, there's this mushroom shape up here. Again, with exploration, it's bigger, it's wider. And it's not even, right now it's not even like a clear picture.
Mm.
It's just there's possibilities there. And then it comes out here, and then there's a picture of my wife, but yeah, she's definitely, it's further away. Picture, mushroom there. Yeah.
Is there any sound?
I'm not really good with sound.
Okay.
Not really good with sound.
What are the qualities of the imagery?
Qualities of the imagery is not vivid. It's not the imagery again. It's just kind of there's options, choices, but it's not really. They're not clear choices, options. It's just still. It's kind of. It's definitely big, but it's more of almost like faded colors up here, and then it goes down. This imagery down here is this.
So it's kind of faded, and there's a very specific image that
Yeah.
you're looking at.
Yeah, it's just like this mushroom that goes up and down here. It's a mushroom like a tree with just.
It's mushroom or tree-like.
Yeah, it's actually more like a tree. Like you look into a tree, you see the whole tree, but you don't see the individual leaves. And so but I know if I go in there, I just check out the details. It's massive details. And then down here, I get the trunk of the tree. I mean, I see my wife, and it's further away. I mean, I see her face. I see her. I can see her in the details, and it's just a little further away, and it's just not really all colorful. It's like, see this carpet.
Yeah.
There's
It's
color
kind of-
there. There's color there.
There's
but
color,
it's not.
but it's muted. It's
Yeah.
not very bright.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's this tree-like, and then
Yeah.
down into the mushroom or the trunk, and then you see your wife kind of at the bottom, sort of. You see her.
Yeah, sort of. I see her, and then I see the roots.
And what feelings do you get as when you look at this?
I look at this picture, and I'm just going. Right now, I'm just getting this picture of just almost of. This want to say like this heaviness.
Okay. So you're aware that it's conflict, that's the word you put on
Yeah.
it. But it feels in your body like a heaviness.
Yeah, like this heaviness is right here in the chest.
Okay.
Area that's just like, it's almost like it's stuck.
Okay, so it's like stuck.
Everything over there is just not moving,
Okay.
just there.
Okay. Stuck and just there. Great. Okay, so now we've explored a wanted belief, or one that you have, right? The original one was, I am a child of God.
Yeah,
So you explored what that belief is like, a belief that's truly resourceful to you.
yeah,
You explored the experience of doubt,
yeah.
what it's like to be unsure about something. And you explored the submodalities of an unwanted belief. The mushroom cloud and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
the mute, how it's more muted, and the feeling in here that you get of heaviness and stuck. So you've got 3 different representations now.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll pause from there, and now we are going to sort of define this new belief that you want.